President Quim Torra is not ruling out accepting an offer to speak before the Spanish Congress. This, if he's allowed to defend independence. Hello and welcome to Catalan News. The Catalan leader met his predecessor Carles Puigdemont in Brussels. Meanwhile in Catalonia, his speech last night was still the source of much talk today. In a minute we'll get you all the reactions to it, and you'll also learn how much time holiday-goers had to wait at Barcelona Airport this summer. Unionist parties have criticised Torra's speech on the grounds that it only focused on pro-independence citizens. The Spanish government had a similar stance and called on Catalonia's leader to engage in dialogue. Torra is happy to sit at a negotiating table, but he says Catalans cannot give up on an independence referendum.
Dialogue, but over an agreed and binding referendum on self-determination. This was one of the key points of President Quim Torra's speech, giving his views on the next steps for the independence movement yesterday in Barcelona. And it was also his message today, 1,000 kilometres away, as Torra and his parliamentary group visited his predecessor Carles Puigdemont in Belgium. The head of government said he is ready to swap the October 1st referendum mandate for an agreed and binding vote. So Torra again accepted dialogue, as the Spanish government urged him shortly after his speech. But he rejected recent hints from Madrid of more direct rule should Spanish law be broken.
El que és important per part de l'estat espanyol és que abandonin la cultura del 155. No pot ser que estiguem en un procés de diàleg i de negociació i que el que primer es posi sobre la taula és que alerta perquè podríem aplicar l'article 155.
The unionist parties harshly criticised Torra's speech, arguing that it only addressed independent supporters. Socialist leader Miquel Iceta said it did not tackle the public's current problems. Yet the opposition leader, Inés Arrimadas, said there was something far worse.
Quizás lo más grave, que es el llamamiento a calentar la calle, el llamamiento a marchas, a paros.
Today, President Torra did not rule out accepting the offer to speak before the Spanish Congress made by the Chamber Speaker, but he also pointed out that if the idea was to humiliate him in Madrid, then he would decline. Both Torra and Puigdemont called on citizens to take part in the annual pro-independence demonstration set for September 11th, the country's national day. The previous 6 protests were at least 1 million strong.
The Catalan National Day will not only play host to the demonstration, but also to around 500,000 Spanish police officers. 1 year ago, some 4,000 officers from across Spain were sent to Catalonia ahead of the referendum. Their presence was controversial, especially for their crackdown on voters. And now 600 more will be deployed for the September 11th pro-independence march and the October 1st independence vote anniversary. The Catalan government claims that they have not been informed of the move. A key figure in left-wing politics has suddenly resigned. Xavier Domènech, leader of Catalunya en Comú, non-aligned over independence but in favour of a referendum, has stepped down as MP and party leader. He has been a key figure in the party of former activist and Barcelona Mayor Ada Colau. Domènech was also keen in boosting dialogue between Madrid and Barcelona, as well as working with Podemos's Pablo Iglesias. Facing delays or cancellations at the airport can be a nightmare during the holidays, and many holiday makers experienced travel chaos this summer, and for travellers passing through Barcelona Airport it was no different.
In peak season, during the months of June, July and August, flights at the capital's airport were delayed by an average of nearly 1 hour. Nearly half of all flights taking off or landing at the El Prat facility were delayed by 15 minutes and more, according to the website Flight Stats. Vueling, which operates around 40% of all flights from the capital's airport, was one of the major culprits of travel disruption at Barcelona Airport this summer. More than half of its flights were delayed, and many cancelled, prompting one Catalan MEP to call for an investigation by Brussels.
Per fer el que li sembla a la Terminal 1 de Barcelona, sinó que complís les bones pràctiques que totes les companyies compleixen a Europa.
Thousands of travelers were also left stranded by cancellations. The Ryanair cabin crew strike in July led to the cancellation of 130 flights, while industrial action carried out by air traffic controllers in Marseille also caused holiday misery for many.
Tuve un retraso de aproximadamente 6 horas para venir de Lyon a Barcelona.
Venimos de Ibiza, hemos estado en el aeropuerto 12 horas esperando que saliera nuestro vuelo porque lo han cancelado 2 veces.
Te mandan un mensaje, se cancela el vuelo, no hay ninguna explicación, no hay acceso a ninguna alternativa.
This year's summer figures put Barcelona in 48th place in the top 50 of the world's most punctual airports. Not a great result for an international hub, as many travelers passing through it this summer found out.
The figures on flat prices in the Catalan capital are not ideal for consumers either. If you want to buy a flat in Barcelona, it will cost you 13% more than in December 2017, according to a new report by Tecnocasa. Prices are back to their 2009 value before the crisis, which actually means that flats are overpriced by 18% on average. Because of that, people are looking to buy in other towns of the metropolitan area rather than the capital itself. Moving on, another report today brought better news for the health field. The transmission risk of HIV-positive homosexual individuals who are under treatment is zero. BCN Checkpoint HIV Centre explained the results of this European-wide study called Partner 2. Around 77,000 sexual relationships with people analysed led to no infections. Researchers already knew that heterosexual HIV-positive people in treatment have also zero risk of transmission. For Olympics and winter sports fans alike, there's some exciting news. There's a possibility that in the coming years, Catalonia could host the Winter Olympics, even if that sounds odd to some of you.
What if Catalonia hosted the Winter Olympics? In 2030, there's a chance you could go see the games, either Barcelona or the Catalan Pyrenees, a project that should be taken out using existing infrastructures and with minimum spending. At the iconic ski station La Molina, this was the petition that the visiting official for the International Olympic Committee explained to local authorities, like those responsible for railway mobility.
Per tant, la filosofia que tenen d'uns jocs sostenibles també té a veure amb sostenibles econòmicament i sostenibles des del punt de vista que les inversions que siguin necessàries per fer el joc siguin les mínimes possibles i aprofitar totes les inversions que tenim.
This is just the dialogue phase, and it would involve the capital hosting some events with other held in the mountains. And this isn't the first time Catalonia makes a bid for the Winter Olympics. It already did so some years ago for the 2022 and then 2026 editions, but the projects were ultimately put on ice. And to some, the idea of winter sports in Barcelona and Catalonia, a worldwide summer holiday destination, may seem odd. But actually, the Pyrenees make this an ideal location, with many traveling from abroad to ski on its slopes and enjoy the snow. And with winter coming up, what better chance than to try it out yourself?
In July, we told you about a very unique festival held in Vilanova de Bellpuig, western Catalonia, close to Lleida. 1,000 musicians played one of Bruce Springsteen's greatest hits together as one for the second year in a row. This time the chosen song was Badlands, following last year's No Surrender, which gives name to the festival itself. Now we've got the first images of the event's official video. You'll see that here the love for the boss is something special. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.
1, 2